Okay, hey Pilates peeps. Today we're going to be using hand weights and then a chair as a substitute bar, but I'm going to be using the bar since I'm here in studio. But if you have anything else similar to that and you want to use that instead, go for it. And then as far as the hand weights, whatever you have as well that works, go for it. But we're going to start sitting on our mats. And you just can sit however you're most comfortable. I'm going to be crisscross applesauce. And let's start sitting tall first, having those hands on our rib cage, feeling it pull away from the hands in towards the midline and in towards the spine. Sitting tall, even between both sit bones. Oh, I can hear you on your microphone now. Is it working? Let me see. All right. And from there, let's go ahead and bring those hands up and out to the sides. And then we're going to just start with some small baby circles going one direction. Strong arms, like you're pressing against thick mud or you're in molasses. And then start making those bigger and bigger. And we'll start coming all the way in front of our bodies, all the way up and out to the sides. Breathing with that. One more that direction. And then we'll reverse it, but first starting by going nice and small first, just like before. Slowly getting bigger with that. Ribs and belly are staying tight here. Taller and taller as we go. Wider arms coming in front of us. One more like that. Next time those arms come up, we're going to bring them behind our heads. Hands behind the head. On your exhale, let's flex forward, rounding into the belly, nodding the chin down. Inhale, lift up, little bit of an extension. Exhale, get rid of all that air, tightening the belly. Inhale, maybe we can get taller. 2 more times. Exhale, pull in the belly button. Inhale, nice and tall. Last time, exhale, forward. Inhale, up, come neutral. We're going to go to side now. So dropping down one way and then pull up with those obliques. Drop it down towards the other. And let's exhale now to lift. Inhale, think about nice length in that side body. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, into that side. Exhale, lift up. Let's do one more set, side to side. And then we're going to come sitting on our mats with your feet forward in front of you, just facing towards one end. Hands are going to be behind the thighs to start. Sit up nice and tall for me, shoulders pulling back, ribcage and belly tight. We're going to start with our semi-roll down. So on that exhale, rolling the tailbone underneath of us, bone by bone. As we go back, keep the tailbone heavy on your mat. The shoulders belong to the back, squeezing into those armpits. Pause once you get halfway down. And then start to roll back up into that belly, rounding forward until we get to the top, and then inhale, sit tall. So again, exhale, we're going to start rolling back, bone by bone, trying to count them as we get just about straight arms. Pause, inhale, exhale, scoop the belly, stay rounded as we come forward. Inhale, nice and tall. Go ahead and do that one more time for me. I'm going to double check that I've got the microphones muted. That way the thing isn't switching over. Okay, good. And then meet me at that inhale, sitting tall, last time like that. Exhale, rolling it back. Find your C curve, heavy tailbone. Inhale, hold. Exhale, can we get that belly tighter as we round forward? Inhale, sit tall. Now if it's available, let's reach those arms forward and just go with the belly. Exhale, rolling back to that same point we were before, but this time hold it there for me. Make sure the knees aren't falling apart. Feel the heels pulling towards the glutes a little bit, back the legs. And then just reach that right hand up and lower it down. Left hand up, lower it down. And right, lower. Try and stay even between both sides of your body here so we're not having any kind of tilting action happen. One more set there, side to side. Breathing still. Inhale, hold. Exhale, round forward, shoulders over the hips. Inhale, let's bring those arms up as we sit tall. And we'll go again. Exhale, roll back those arms coming in front of us. Pause there at your sweet spot. Now let's go out to the side with that right arm and bring it center. To the side of the left arm. Bring it center. Keep that navel pulling back towards the spine here. We don't want that low back to take over. Think about pulling the crown of the head up farther towards the ceiling, getting all that length in our spine. Last set there. Breathing still, right, of course. Come center, round it forward. Sit up tall, arms up. One more time, we're gonna exhale, roll it back, roll it back, roll it back. Find your sweet spot, stick with that single arm, that was already good. We want more, let's take both arms up and forward. Both arms out and forward. They go up and forward, out and forward. And the body isn't going to change position the entire time here. 2 more sets. Continue to breathe. Come up a little bit if you need to. Last set. Coming center, we round forward. Sitting up tall, arms coming to the ceiling. Lengthen those legs out. We're going to go for our full roll down now. If you need to keep them bent and to hold on to the legs, you're more than welcome to go there. I'm going to start sitting up nice and tall with my legs straight. Going back the same way we did this time, though, we're going to go all the way down. On that exhale, again, tailbone tilts under, low belly scooping in, bone by bone, rolling back. Arms are going to come overhead. I totally forgot about my arms during that roll down. And then we'll remember this next time. On your inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and nod the chin. Exhale, belly pulls us the rest of the way, rounding forward. Inhale, sit it tall. Exhale, rolling back. Arms are going to come in front of us. I forgot about that last time. Belly's getting as tight to the spine as it is. Shoulders out of the ears. Arms overhead. Inhale to the ceiling. Chin, exhale, belly pulls us up, rounding forward. And then we sit tall. One more time like that. Exhale, rolling back. We're going to stay down on this one, bone by bone. See if you can lengthen this out a little bit longer. Reach the toes away. And roll all the way back, laying on your mat. All right. Bring those hands next to your side. Let's bend those knees for bridging. I'm going to scoot down so I can make sure I'm staying in frame here. Heels together, toes apart in your Pilates V. If you need to hinge, again, for your back, make sure you keep it nice and flat. If not, let's articulate. So on that exhale, we're going to move again, tilting that tailbone off, rolling one bone up off of our mat. Reach the knees away from you. Reach the crown of the head away from you, but relax the neck, looking straight up. And melt it down, bone by bone. Keep that length while you melt. Tap the tailbone into neutral. Exhale, we'll peel it off again. Coming all the way up, heels stay glued together. Feel the bottom rib cage pulling towards your hips so we know we're not flaring. And then melt it down again, bone by bone. Find that tailbone tapping into neutral, little small space in the low back, and then squash that space as we peel off. Coming all the way up, this time holding it up there for me. Let's take that right leg straight to the ceiling, still externally rotated. And we're going to draw little circles on the ceiling, tiny, tiny, not letting anything else change. Feel those hammies squeezing still up towards the ceiling. And reverse, reverse. Breathe. Hips lifted together. Last 2. And 1. Let's place that into our Pilates V. Lift those hips if they drop down. Melt all the way down. Tap the tailbone. Meet me back up at the top. Neck is relaxed. Let's take that left leg to the ceiling and draw our little circles again. Really feel how your right oblique here is turning on to keep your left hip lifted up. Don't let it drop down. And then let's reverse, opposite direction. Press into that foot that's on your mat. Let it help you a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Find your Pilates V. Heels together, toes apart. Lift those hips again if they dropped. And let's melt it down bone by bone. Hug the knees to your chest for a moment. Rock side to side. Take that breath. And then feet coming back down. This time just come parallel, hip width distance. We're gonna do one more bridge here. Let's all hinge this time. So keeping a nice flat back. On that exhale, shoot the hips straight up. Spine didn't change. Let's take that right leg back to the ceiling. Still in parallel though. And give me a little pulse up. Lift, lift, lift. Find that initiation coming from that glute and hamstring on your mat. 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Stay lifted, hips even, opposite leg. Let's do our pulse, 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 pulse. Keeping them in line with each other. 3, 2, 1. Place that down. Even out the hips. Melt it down bone by bone. We'll hug those knees one last time. And while we're here, go ahead and grab your weights. And grab some water if you need it, like me. All right. So with our weights on our mats, I'm going to get up just a little bit so I don't hit the mirror. Let's have our arms long by your sides to start. And then legs are going to come up into tabletop. So imagine being on your reformer. You have those arm straps you're holding onto. Take the hands to the ceiling. So we have those shoulders plugged in next to us. We're not reaching them up off of the mat. They're still pressing down a little bit. Ribs and belly tight as always. Lower those arms down to your hips. Rotate the palms towards your body. Take it out to your big T. And then come back to the ceiling. So we're just going down in those little circles. Continue in that circle there. Breathing. Keep worrying I'm about to knock this mirror. Yeah, still just a little bit too close to it. And we're not letting the hands go all the way to the ground. We still have a couple inches there. And then let's reverse it. Take it out to the sides, to the hips, and back to the ceiling. Shoulders plugged in the entire time. Neck relaxed. If you wanted to add on a chest lift or some leg extensions here, you're more than welcome to. Last one this direction. Meet me down by those hips. Palms down towards the mat. We're going to go for a little tricep press. Bend and straighten the elbows, hovering the entire arm and enter 2 off your mat. But then try and get that upper arm, maybe squeeze it to your side so you know that it's not lowering and lifting. We're just bending and straightening. Only action we want there. Let's go 4 more there. And 3. And 2. And 1. Let those arms come down by your sides. Drop the weights. Roll them off to the sides so they're out of their way. We're not going to run into them. Feet back down on the mat. Scoot down again so you can see. All right, let's take those hands behind your head. Keep the feet on the mat, parallel hip width distance, so we have a little bit of space between them. Find your Pilates posture. Ribs and belly are still tight, no flaring to that ceiling. On your exhale, give me your chest lift. Peel the head, neck, and shoulders off your mat, using that belly, and then lower with control. And we're gonna just do that a few more times here, focusing more on our form than just trying to crank out a bunch of crunches. Really feel that bottom rib cage, pulling down into the mat to lift you up. The head is gonna press back into the hands, not the hands into the head, because we don't need that extra neck tension. 3 more like that. Last 2. On this next one, hold it up there for me. You can drop that head as soon as you need to, but let's add a little bit here. Going a little bit with a march with those legs. Take one leg up into tabletop, second leg to tabletop, 1 foot down, opposite foot down. So just up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And we're watching the hips stay even with each other here, using those obliques to stay centered, using the low belly to pick up those thighs. And let's reverse that. Opposite leg, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Let's watch that we're still pulling ourselves up with that belly. We didn't start to relax into the neck here. Again, you can go down if you need to. We've got 3 more sets like that. 2. Last one. Drop the head for just a pause. Inhaling at the bottom. Let's exhale, curl back up. Bring those legs one at a time, just like we did before in the tabletop. And then we're going to reach out that right leg. Take your right elbow towards that left knee for crisscross. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Still think about the rib cage pulling down into the mat and into the midline to help you lift up with the chest. Breathing. We've got 3 and 2 more sets. Last set. Come center, lower down, feet down. And we're gonna open those arms out to the side a little bit. You can make a little bit of a W with those arms. Just like we would spine twist on our reformer, we're gonna let those knees fall one direction, keeping the belly tight so we don't over-rotate. Use those obliques to pull through center, over to the other side. Breathing. One more time, through center, other side. Last time, through center, back to the side. Come back into the center for me. We got one last set here of ab work before we move on. Arms are gonna come down by our sides now, all the way down towards those hips. Legs are gonna come into tabletop, going for 100s here. So take it to where you feel comfortable. Head can stay down, or let's exhale and add that chest lift, and then start beating those hands. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. And our last set. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower with control. Drop those feet down. One more time. We'll just let those knees, our arms open up to the side. Let the knees fall one direction. Back into center, over to the other side. Back to center. Extend those legs out here. You can either rock up, or we can take that roll up again here. Arms reaching to the ceiling on our inhale. Nodding the chin. Exhale, use that belly to pull forward. And let's reach for those toes for a moment. Take that nice little stretch. Restacking the spine up. We're going to go ahead and flip around so we're facing down on our mats now. All right. So coming, I'm going to have to scoot out a little bit because I've got long legs. All the way down onto your belly. We're going to take a nice little swan here. Hands by the sides. Shoulders again. They belong to the back, but they're not leaning up towards the ceiling. I know that's one of my biggest issues. Let's just relax into the mat for a moment and just see how that feels. And then if we pull our low belly in and slightly press the pelvis down, that's where we're going to find our neutral. We're not arching the back. So let's find that alignment. And then just starting with a nice swan here, we'll inhale as we lift up, using those back muscles, coming up to the tips of the rib cage. And then exhale, pull down with the ribs in the belly. Inhale, shine that heart forward. And exhale, pull back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Make sure that belly is still lifted. And then lower it down. Press yourself back into a child's pose for a moment. Take the weight off your wrists a little bit. And then coming forward, we're going to come into our little quadruped position on our hands and knees. And then from here, you can just do one or the other. So either the arm or the leg work. We're going to stick out our left leg, or that's not right. Stick out your left leg and your right arm. And then from here, I'm still a little too close to the wall. We're gonna tap both down onto the ground, lifting them up, make a little arc, opening out to the sides of your mat, tap them on the ground again. Make a little rainbow, crossing the body, tap. So we're just gonna arc side to side here. This is that back body and core work, keeping us stabilized and lifting up towards the ceiling. 3 more sets like that. And 2. And 1. And 1. Come back center, and then bring those hands and knees in. We'll repeat the opposite side. Reaching everything out, they start tapped on the ground, and then we make our little rainbow out to the sides of our mat. Rainbow in towards the middle. Out towards the side, in towards the middle. And you can take that range as far as you feel comfortable and as far as you can maintain that centered position. 3 more sets here. 2. Last one. And coming center. We'll bring both of those in. Sit back again for a moment. Those hands and knees. Nice breath. And then to come up out of this, I'm going to have you come back into your 4-point kneeling, so on your quadricep or head. Step back into your plank position. We'll only be here for a second. Pike those hips up into downward dog, and then start walking towards those hands. Come into your forward fold. Use your belly. Restack the spine all the way standing tall. All right, we're going to do our standing leg work now, so I'm going to move my mat really fast. Get a little bit closer to this bar here. And then if you have a chair or whatever you're going to be using, if you want to set that up next to your mat, go ahead. Just need something for balance, really. And then let's stand facing our chair or our bar or counter or whatever you're using today. Okay, so I'll just give y'all a nice big booty shot. Heels together, toes apart. Let's find our Pilates posture again. Shoulders down, ribs and belly tight over the hips. Tailbone shooting down to the ground. We're going to start by just a heel lower and lift. So coming up on those tippy toes and lowering down. Lift and lower. And keep those heels glued together for me while we're here. Feel everything squeezing up through the back of those legs like you're trying to wrap those inner thighs in, wrapping the glutes in, pulling up with the spine to the ceiling. Lift the heels, keep the heels lifted. Remember that this bar, your chair, whatever we're using, it's just there for balance. We shouldn't have weight on it. If your chair's tipping over, then we need to back off. We're gonna start to bend now with that. Soft hands on our bar. Let the heels come down and stand it tall. Lift the heels. Bend, heels lower, stand. And we're gonna continue with that. A couple more times. Watch that when we lower down. We're not letting that booty pop out still. Tailbone down to the ground. 2 more like that. Let's do 1 more. And then we'll reverse that. So standing tall, keep the heels down, go down. Heels lift, stand tall. Lower, lift, stand tall. Lower, lift, stand tall. And when we hinge at the hips, as you go down, keep the belly, ribs pulling away from the thighs still. Don't want that extra flare or to lose our belly connection. 3 more here. Get a nice little ankle workout too. Last one. All right, come parallel, so we're just gonna separate those heels now. And then we're gonna go into some lunges. So just with your right foot first, let's step back into a nice deep lunge and then stand all the way tall. Right back, stand tall. And let's think about our alignment too. As you step back, not falling to our outer pinky toe area of that front foot. We wanna stay centered into it. If you wanted extra, you could always add a little knee tuck, but I know if you have a chair right now, then that's not gonna work too well. We've got 3 more like that. 2. Last one. And then hold it down there for me. Nice stable front leg. I'm going to change my angle just so you can see what we're about to do. We're holding with our front leg, back leg, hop out, in, middle, out, in, middle, out, middle, in, middle, out, middle, in, middle, out, middle, in. Feel the stabilizers working here. Little weight on our back leg. Knee not going past the toes. Last set. Middle, stand it tall. All right, let's do the opposite side. Stepping back and stand it tall. Same alignment here, just as we did with the beginning. When you're stepping back, keep that tailbone down. Don't let it start popping up and out. Can always make this faster pace. Get that heart rate up a little bit. Four more like that. 3, 2, light hands. And then we're gonna go hold it down there. Give me those little hop. Out, middle, in, middle, out, middle, in, middle, out, middle, in, middle, out, middle, in, middle, out, middle, in. I'm not gonna keep saying it, because then I'll mess myself up. Breathe, rib cage, belly, pull them away from that front thigh. 2 more sets here. Last one. And stand it tall. All right, we're gonna finish out here with some curtsy lunges. We're almost done. Hands holding onto that bar again. Stepping back with one leg. We're gonna alternate, so it doesn't matter where you start. Think about aiming that knee towards your opposite calf. And stand it tall, in opposite direction. Stand it tall. While we're doing this, watch that those hips are staying square forward. We're not gonna let them turn out to the side there. I'm not gonna turn my hips at all while I'm here. Don't forget about the shoulders. Relax the neck. It doesn't need tension right now. Again, pick up that pace if you want more of a cardio workout here. Always honoring your body. You don't have to drop it like it's hot. Take it where your body wants to go. Let's do our last set here, side to side. And stand it tall. All right. Split your legs, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And then we're gonna just hinge at the hips forward. Coming as low as you'd like to go. You can walk down to that ankle if it's available. Again, just breathing. Coming up, we're gonna keep this front foot on the ground. Take your back leg, cross it for your figure 4 stretch. Breathing. And standing that tall. And we'll reverse that. Opposite leg steps back. Let's find that back calf, press your heel down. Maybe walk down to the mat. And then walking back up. We'll walk that back foot forward, cross, figure 4 stretch. Again, breathing while we're here. Inhale into the tension, sink deeper with the exhale. And we'll release that. All right. I'll move myself back again here. And we're gonna go ahead and do some of our Pilates push-ups, maybe a Pilates burpee, depending on how you look at it. So just standing parallel, hip width distance. Let's start with the arms just long by our sides. Exhale, nod the chin. We're gonna roll down just as if you were rolling on your mat, scooping in the belly. We don't drop to the legs. Coming to the ground though, onto the mat with the hands. Walk out. You might need to bend those knees there into your plank position. Give me one push-up, and then we're gonna walk back, and then restack the spine, bone by bone. And now let's go for 2 push-ups without the chin. Scoop in the belly, reach down, walk, walk, walk. Give me 2 push-ups, 1, 2, or just hold it if that's already good. Walk back, belly scoops, brings us up, shoulders down. Last time, going for 3, nod the chin, roll it down. Bend those knees again if you need to. Walk, walk, walk. Going for a 3, and 2, and 1, and knees come down. Sit back on those hips. Take a nice deep breath. We're gonna walk our hands both over to the left side. Bump your hips to the left and your ribcage to the right. Through center, come to the right side. Bump the hips to the right, ribcage to the left. Back into center. And we're gonna stay on our knees, just coming to face towards me. All right. If you need a little pad for this, go for it. We won't be here long. Just sticking one leg out to the side. We're gonna do some side overs here. Bring those hands behind your head. Think about length again, up towards the ceiling. Glutes are squeezing slightly. Ribs are tight towards the spine. We're gonna just start to lean away from our opposite leg and pull back up. Lean away from it and pull back up with those ribs to hip movement. Obliques lifting us in. Have your opposite leg from the direction you're going kind of light on the mat so that you have to almost lose your balance and then catch it using your belly. 3 more like that. And 2. And 1. Hold it out there. Give me just a little inch, inch, inch. Use that exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up. That leg's gonna come in, opposite leg out. Let's repeat the other side. Going up and over. And pull back up. Up and over. Pull back up. Almost like you have a little stool here. You don't want to touch it with your rib cage. Lift up as you go over. Find that little instability a little bit there again too. You're about to fall and catch it using your belly. 4 more there. And 2. And 1. All right, hands coming down. We're gonna grab our weights now, either staying on your knees, or you can just sit back on your heels if this is more comfortable. I'm gonna come up kneeling and stay up here though. And turn to the side just so y'all get a little bit of a side profile with these. Elbows tight to the sides, shoulders locked in, arms palms up towards the ceiling with your hands out in front of you for our offering. We're just gonna start by reaching those arms up and forward and control. Up and forward, control back in. And I want you to feel like you're working with the springs right now. So you're pressing against them and then resist them back in. Find that work in both directions still. 4 more like that. 3. And 2. And 1. Letting that come down, open those arms up for our hug a tree. Soft bend in the elbows to start, and we're just gonna close that into a basketball hoop. Open it back out. And those elbows never come past the shoulders. They're always in front of the body here. 4 more like this. 3, 2, relax the neck, and 1. And we'll go ahead, let those arms come down for a pause for a moment. Maybe shake out the shoulders a little bit if you need to. Let's do a little bicep curl here next. You can keep it down here, but if you want a little bit more of a challenge, let's try and lift those arms up a little bit higher. Keep the shoulders plugged in, wide collarbone, and then we'll pull it in from here. Resist that lower. Pull it in from here. Still, again, just like you were working with those springs, pull them towards you. Resist letting them go. Pull them towards you. Resist letting them go. Watching the hands stay in line with the elbows. We don't have anything wonky happening. 2 more there. Last one. Strong wrists too. And then to finish out here, let's just take this into our salute. Hands coming up to that forehead. And we're going to extend those arms out and resist back in. Extend it out. Resist back in. Palms away from you. Still trying to keep those shoulders out of your neck. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Letting that come in, arms come down. Go ahead, set those to the side. Sit back on your heels if you aren't already. We're gonna take one, I'm gonna turn around just so you can see what I'm doing. Take one little behind the body shoulder stretch. You can either use your top arm to gently help you stretch that, or reach around and grab, help you get a little bit deeper into that as well. Breathing. Let's release that, take it over to the other side. Same thing, starting here. If this is already good, keep it there. If not, you can lace that other hand in, help you deepen that stretch. Big inhale into tension, sink deeper on the exhale. Take one more breath there. And then gently release that. Just shake out those shoulders a little bit if you need to. We're going to finish out just a little bit more belly before we're done. So sitting down, again, you can either take a nice right down with your legs, or if you want more of a challenge, let's straighten those legs out to begin with, and then roll ourselves down with control, bone by bone onto the mat. Once you get down there, head down, hands by the side. Let's bend those knees so you can bring them towards you. And then taking your legs into tabletop. Actually, straighten your right leg out long away from you and have your left leg in tabletop. And then let's grab that leg, curl up towards it, have that right leg hover off the mat so we're ready for our single leg stretch. Closest leg or closest hand to your leg, have that closest to the knee. Opposite hand towards your ankle. Pull in with that belly, and then let's switch, 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 switch. Breathe with this. In, out, out. Find that length in your neck through the crown of the head. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees come in. Let the head, chest, shoulders rest for a moment. Exhale, curl right back up into it. Let's take that single leg stretch. Both legs out, both arms up. Circle to bring it back in. Everything reaches, circle the arms, bring it back in. Reach, circle in, reach, circle in. 3 more like that. Don't forget to breathe. Tailbone heavy. Last one. And circle in, hug those knees. Rest it down. Rock yourself side to side. A couple times there. And then let's just use our legs. Rock up to sitting. I'm gonna have you come back over onto your knees so that we can take a little bit of a lunge stretch. Stepping forward with one foot, opposite leg behind us. Let's keep the knee down to start. And then let's shift back, straightening our front leg, flexing our front foot. Holding it here for a moment. Press your chest towards your toes slightly. And then let's shift forward into that lunge, this time picking our back knee up off that mat. Both hands can come inside of that foot if it's more comfortable for you here. But same arm as the leg that's coming forward. If it's available, let's reach up and rotate with that. So breathing. Letting that come down. Back knee's gonna come down again. Let that foot come down as well. And then we're gonna pick ourselves up so we have our hands on top of that thigh. We're not just dumping our bodies into this though. We're staying strong, tailbone down to that mat. Squeezing the glutes, slow belly scooping in. So we should find that nice hip flexor stretch, front of the thigh there. Same leg that's back. Let's bring that arm up and forward. You might get deeper into that hip here. Breathe. And we'll let that hand come down. Pick that back leg up so that we can pop it in. Holding it there for a moment, and then walk your other foot back out. Knee comes down. Let's shift back for a moment, flexing that front foot. Trying to find a nice long spine to get deeper into that. Both hips evenly pressing forward. Let's do one more deep breath. Shifting forward. Let's pick that knee up. Find your comfort level here. Feel that back thigh pulling up towards the ceiling to help you deepen your stretch. And then same leg that's forward, arm coming up so that we can rotate with it. Breathe while we're here. Don't let those shoulders come in up into your neck now. Coming back down, back knee down, back foot down. Pick ourselves up on that thigh. Squeezing the glutes, slow belly scooping in, finding the most out of this stretch as we can through that front thigh and that quad. Lift that same arm up towards the ceiling, find that extra length. Breathing still. Let that hand come down. We're gonna hop ourselves in again. A little hop, hop. Let's step back a little bit so you can see me. In that forward fold, let's hold it there. Nod the head, yes. Couple times. Shake the head, no. And then on your next exhale, let's center out and then start stacking that spine, using that belly, pulling us up with the front of the body, stacking on top of the hips until the shoulders come down and back. And we are all done for today. I hope you guys have a lovely week. See ya. Bye.